the league's Wigan Warriors. And that's all the news for now. You're listening to Triple J.
Oops. I've got a few little problems with this. There's at the bottom of here, you would think that there would be some kind of a stop so that when this went in you couldn't go all the way down on the bottom, but you can just keep pushing until you hit that bearing there, and then it's just going to rub. Plus you've also got this is the drain tube for the oil to come down and mix in, so you don't want to be blocking that off too much, because if you go, I don't know if that comes from the side there or not, probably does, but anyway, I don't want to push this down too far, otherwise I will rub on that. Or I don't want to be putting pressure on this, the part of the lip seal that's touching on here, otherwise that will sort of squash that up. So I've really got to be careful what I do here. Now, you would think that normally you've got that little chamfer there that'll be just on the bottom of the chamfer, and I've measured it up with this. But also, if I can possibly avoid it, I would like to run it in a slightly different spot, but I don't think that's going to be possible. So I've got to put this in, be very, very careful. The first thing I have to do is put a brand new O-ring on there. That's okay, no problems with that. Make sure that goes in first. In you go, stop being tricky. There you go. Brand new O-ring, then that's going to go in. Now, this will go in like this, and I'll push this in a second, that's not a problem. But the next problem I have is these retainers. Now, you think that these retainers being slightly shaped like that would go hook over there, which looks like it should do, and then it'll push the lip seal in slightly, hold it all in place. But the problem is over here, look, that doesn't line up. If I pull it back so that it does line up, it doesn't go far enough. So whatever I do, I either have to slot this out to make that sit like that, so it can push on the lip seal properly and hold it down just below that chamfer, or I have it back here and it can sort of just have it flush. But either way, I want to be holding it, otherwise it can move under the crankcase pressure. I have to admit, putting these things in always makes me nervous. I've just got too many memories of it going wrong somehow. So the first step is just try and get that as much as you can by fingers. Sometimes. First thing I guess is make sure it's right and on the right way. Yeah, this side is up. Push on that side. If you get it even as you can, it goes in better, and a bit more on this side. It's working. Yeah, it's soon going to come to a point where you can't do that anymore, so makes life a bit easier. Check it. Still looking even. I haven't skewed it yet by the looks of it. Upgrade my hammer. Now that's just about flush, but not even. Now that feels quite even. Now I've got my first choice here. I can put that on like that, and it will hold it there. The only issue I have with that is then this chamfer, the chamfer on the seal and the chamfer on that, meaning that I've got the most meat biting on there as possible, and the probably answer to that is yes. And I remember from the pictures I've done of this, that when this was down further before, so if I run it here, it will run in a different spot slightly, which means it's less of the old wearing. What I'm going to do is just be very, very sure. You don't want any run out, it has to be in there even, it just wears faster if you have it slightly kinked. I'll measure that, and if that's the case, I won't modify these. I will just put them as they are, and that'll hold on that edge. Same one over here. That'll hold on that edge and just stop it from popping out that way, which is better than what it was before. So yeah, that feels... I'll check that, I'll make sure it's even, but that's basically how I'll put it back together. Just to make absolutely sure that it's flush, just go around. Make sure everything's clean. Bit of oil on the lip seal. Oh well, I'll start with the easy one. This is the gear lever. That came out too easy. That came out really easy. And there's a bit of junk in there too. It's more grease than oil. I got this off by, it wasn't very easy actually. Got these things on there and just sort of pulled it up, but in that process I've scratched this edge here, this side, which is not the end of the world, but this side here with the seals rubbing on, it's quite worn. It's got a pretty serious lip, but so as the other sides, obviously it's been spun round, or maybe that's just machining marks, but I think you could argue that I should replace that. Now I was expecting an O-ring in there, but I can't see it, so it must be on the other side of the bearing, which is probably half expected. Now just see how this comes out. Whoa, not so hard. And let's have a look. What can I see in there? Apart from dirt. Well, not dirt, grease and oil. I've never taken a seal out like this, so I must say I'm quite nervous. It would help if I went the right way. Maybe this will do it. Done. There's a few shavings there. Right on that spot there, I'll clean those up. This is the drain for the oil that runs down the side of the cases to come down here, and this has raised bits. This has raised bits on it there. So I'll just make sure those two line up. So first off, we'll just give that a bit of an oil, so I don't block it. I haven't checked, but I guess the stator plate stops that from popping out. Nice needle bearing for the clutch push lever. I'll just grease that a bit. I found a new collar for the output shaft. You can't buy them anymore, so that's good. And that should be done for lip seals.